with a spark, chasing the light today. Little moments hiding, waiting to be found my way. A smile in the chaos, a laugh in the rain. That's the magic calling, pulling me out of the gray. Feeling rising up, like the sun on my face. No more holding back, stepping into this space. Joyful findings, everywhere we go. Energy high, let the good vibes flow. We're connecting hearts, lighting up the night. You and me together, everything feels right. Oh, joyful findings, oh, bring the light. Oh, joyful findings, we're shining so bright. Your story meets mine in this beautiful beat. Every word we share, every laugh, every treat. No walls between us, just open and free. This energy's electric, come vibe here with me. Hearts are linking up, across the miles we span. One big joyful family, hand in hand. Joyful findings, everywhere we go. Energy high, let the good vibes flow. We're connecting hearts, lighting up the night. You and me together, everything feels right. Oh, joyful findings, oh, bring the light. Oh, joyful findings, we're shining so bright. When the days get heavy, just remember this tune. Joy is what we choose under the same moon. Turn it up louder, let the love overflow. We're finding it together. Watch the whole world glow.
And welcome to the Joyful Finding Show. Happy spring equinox. Happy first day of spring, my friends. Happy Friday. Happy Joyful Friday. Happy day. Happy day. How are y'all doing tonight? I'm so happy you guys could join me tonight. Yay, I'm so glad you're here. The energy's kicking. Woo, woo, woo. Are you guys feeling that energy out there? Are you guys feeling what's been going on as of late? Woo! The last week has been high riding energy, high riding. So I hope you guys have been feeling that. I'm seeing a bunch of you all jumping in there. So thank you all for joining in this beautiful energy tonight. Thank you for being the beautiful souls that you are. Thank you for being a part of this time and this space that we're calling life right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank you enough for being a part of my journey, a part of your journey. We're all a part of each other's journey, even if we've never even met each other. Okay? In person. We've only met through the internet. But God has brought us all together. He's brought all these little family members together, you know what I mean, for a purpose. And we all came into each other's lives at the perfect divine time. Some of you I do know personally. Some of you I've known for a very long time now. Heck, some of you have been following my show the whole 7 years that we've been doing this, because we're coming up on 7 years, beginning of April. So there's been a lot of energy and things that we've come together about, and we've had to learn together and experience together. You guys have done amazing work, and to pull back all the layers to find out who you truly are, right? Because, you know, since birth, we're always like, everything's put on us. You know what I mean? Like our parents' stuff, whatever they learned before them, it's always been put on us. So one thing I'm really starting to recognize right now is the ancestral shift of how people are changing things that have happened in their lives, and they're not allowing it to move forward in the families or the lives that they're creating. Maybe it's an awareness that's coming about now. I don't know, but there's a lot of good things that are coming about. There's a lot of good changes that are also coming. I'm super excited to see what it is, because it's all unfolding day by day. And as long as you have faith and you trust God, then everything just kind of like falls into place. There are some learning things that still have to happen. There's still experiences that you have to experience to get you to the next level. And sometimes you have to release stuff so the new door will open. Okay, because we all want the new doors to open, but we can't be so stiff and rigid that we're not allowing that change to happen for us, right? And some of these changes are just plopped right in your lap. They're like, all right, this change needs to happen ASAP. Okay, and yeah, it may throw you off balance for a minute, but it's okay. Pull yourself back to center and be like, all right, how do I move forward with this change? You know what I mean? And I feel like, just in my experience myself as of late, the changes that have just been, let's say, plopped in my lap, I just pick it up and I go. I just keep going. You know what I mean? So it's like you're just like, all right, it happened for a reason. Well, I'm not sure of the reason maybe just yet, but I will understand the reason before, we get too far into all this. So yeah, how are you guys feeling through all this energy that's going on? Happy spring. I'm so happy. I see all you guys chit-chatting, saying hello to each other. I'm glad you're all jumping in and feeling all this beautiful energy that we got going on. It's been really good. And it's funny because I was talking with a friend yesterday. I haven't seen her pop on yet. But feeling energy in their feet. I had it over the weekend. She experienced it the last couple of days. I'm kind of feeling it right now as I'm talking to you guys. But have you guys been experiencing different energy sensations maybe in your body somewhere? It could be your feet. It could be your hands. It could be whatever, whatever it's related to you. It's your personal feelings that you're. But I feel like, grounding is super important. I saw Jill did ask about Christopher. Yeah, he hasn't popped in a while. Maybe I'll call him in a little bit during the break. So you can say hello. But yeah, we were outside planting and stuff because, it's spring. We had to get out there and plant some seeds and get things growing and all that stuff, because it's going to grow pretty fast here in Florida, especially if we get some rain. That would be super helpful. Super helpful. So what else has been going on? Energetic week. Yeah. Yep. So technology. I have to talk about that too, because it's funny because I had to buy a new laptop this week because my old laptop would not work with me. It was fighting me every step of the way. It didn't matter what I wanted to do. Right now, it's just going to show me my Rumble chat. But I had to do upgrades. You know what I mean? So like an old chapter had to be opened with a new chapter. You know what I mean? So it's like things have to change. You know what I mean? As much as we don't want to, things sometimes need to be upgraded, need to be changed. And you also are going through the upgrades, right? I'm going to have to turn it this way so it doesn't blow. So it's like you guys are also going through your upgrades, right? It's like okay. And I've noticed a lot of this too. This makes me so happy, you guys, because I watch a lot of different things. God puts in front of me exactly what I'm supposed to be looking at and paying attention to. Okay. So I could be scrolling through something and something's there, and then I'm like drawn to it and I have to pay attention to it. So one of the things that I have noticed, and the things that have been drawn to my attention, is that people are starting to talk a lot more like us. Okay, they're talking more on the spirituality. They're talking more about the energy and the frequency. They're talking about using your intuition. They're breaking all the barriers that I had seen in a lot of, so I see it as a breakthrough, right? I'm seeing this as a breakthrough because people are really trying to tap into who they really are outside of all the things that have been piled on us all these years that we've been alive. And there's been a plethora of stuff. And I'm going to say the last 20 years, or maybe even, at least the last 20 plus years, I'm going to say 20 plus years, have been the hardest for the people, right? We've had a lot more stress. We've had a lot more just things happen in our world that put also more stresses on the body energetically and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So releasing a lot of that, I feel like we're going through a release of all that so we can find our true selves. We're stepping into our true selves. We're releasing a lot of all the old belief systems that have been attached to us or connected to us in any way, shape, form that is popping in your mind. However this relates to you, I want you to take what resonates with you and release what might be still hanging on to you. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's even, there's a lot. There's so I don't even know a good example to share right now, but it's about you just letting go of it all, okay? And just kind of feeling like, all right, trusting what comes next, all right? If you do that and you do that without fear, it's something amazing. Because like I was able to tune into Joanne Leo's show yesterday while I was driving down to my meditation down there in Northport. And one of the cards that she pulled for me was courage. Okay. And it was funny because it brought me back, bam, down back to 2020, like 2020 from now, my friends. Okay. And that is one of the things that Spirit told me then as well, is about courage. Right. And courage, when you have courage, you have no fear, right? You're just like, you're just in it. You're just in it. That's the best way for me to describe it, is you're just in it. Okay. So where do I want to go with all that? I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, because I feel like you guys are releasing a lot all at once. You may be experiencing something so that you release it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things to release because there's a lot of things to gain by releasing things. So that's one of the things I've been doing this week. Since Christopher's been home on spring break, we've been doing spring cleaning. So we went through his bedroom. We're starting to get ready for Easter. Tomorrow we're going to conquer our lanai area and just, spring clean and deep clean everything. So I'm wondering how many of you out there are feeling like the deep clean, like you're purging things. You haven't used it in a year. It's time to ship it off. Kind of like getting rid of some of the heavy weight that might be around, because this is a perfect time, first day of spring, to start your spring cleaning. Probably next week I'll get out there and I'll wash the windows so everything's sparkly clean. But yeah, I feel like there's, and we're spring cleaning our soul, this body, this vessel, those things that we've held on to, because we are not the person that we were before. When you started to get your connection to source, to God, however you started to get that connection, your intuition started to kick in and it started to vibrate you and it started to say, hey, I'm lighting you up because that's your truth. It's like you are starting to make these powerful connections that were prohibited before. Okay. We're breaking through barriers, okay, that had been put in front of us, and we are succeeding because many of you are. And it's funny because the pineal gland keeps coming up a lot as of late, right? And they've always tried to block that connection, and that connection is to source. And it's like we are opening up all the connections to all the spiritual knowledge that we've had, not only in this lifetime, but past lifetimes, whatever it is, other planets, wherever you need to go, wherever your mind takes you, okay? Whatever your belief system is in the moment, right? Whatever resonates with you, And it's got to light you up. It may give you the goosebumps. Some people call it God bumps, whatever you want to call them. Sometimes I call it lit up because then I become on fire, so pay attention to how you might be getting the message or the validation that you're getting from that message, because it's like you're truly tapping into that. You're starting to tap into more of your true abilities. Okay. True abilities. You're starting to get into that stuff. All right. I see much more people are popping in. I'm going to say hello to y'all in a minute. I appreciate y'all being here. So awesome. So awesome. So awesome. Okay, so what else did I want to share with you? Because there's a lot of that going on. La 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 la. All right, so let me say hello to some of you fine people out there. I love you guys. Hello, I'm going to start over here in the Rumble section and see what's going on over here. We got Carol Ann. Carrie, what's happening, girlfriend? I missed your show last night. We got Richard. We got Khalil, who is Marie, I think. I think I just saw that somewhere. Hold on, let me go back and look. All right, I thought I just saw that. Anyways, yes, I'll write your names on the list and then at the halfway mark. That's correct. Oh, we got Ella, Louise, and Maria. I didn't see that. Let me write you guys down too. I didn't see you guys. I see the Maria now. That's Khalil, right? Did I read that correctly somewhere? All right. Woo. And Pooja, I saw that you wanted your friend a message, and I'm just going to call her Kay because I don't know how to pronounce her name. So when I get around to messages, I will give her a message. But I tried to pronounce it in my brain and I couldn't do it. Yeah, I see that you are Maria. I got it. I'm not falling behind. Awesome sauce. And I didn't mean to do that, but you guys, I'm learning new things today. Ha ha ha. All right. So let's see. And I got Lenka over on Rumble. So thank you for being over there, my friend. Woo, so funny. She thought about spring cleaning too. See? And it's so nice out right now. That garage project you probably wanted to work on would be a great time before summer hits. You know what I mean? Because summer's going to be a little warm again. We got Jill and Roy hanging out over on Rumble, and Marsha and Barbara. Woo woo. Awesome sauce. I'm glad you guys are here. I think that's all that I saw over there. If you're over there, I think I saw Pat too. Pat's out there because I wrote your name down. So yeah. And Shirley's out there. Dia's out there. And I'm sure Susie's out there. I'm going to write her down anyways because she's usually out there. I didn't get my text yet, but she could be out there. All right. And Shirley is out there. I just got the text. Awesome. It's so funny. Oh, there's Susie. Susie did say happy Friday out there. See, I knew it. And thank you for my birthday card, Susie. And thank you, Desiree. I know she's probably not watching, but she might be. But for my little dragonfly with the little canine on it, that's the cutest little thing ever. You guys are the best people. And thanks for so much energy last night at the group. It was so much fun. I really enjoy driving down to Northport because it gives me time to think about things while I'm on my way down there, and then have that experience with everybody, and then drive then drive home. It's kind of cool. I like it. I like it a lot. So yeah. All right. Yay. All right. Kay is Maria. Got it. Perfecto. You guys are the best. All right, we're at 8:20. I still got a little bit of time. What else has been going on this week? All right. I love that. Her name's is Mount Coyoita. I know that's probably not even right either, but I'll put it in a thing and I'll learn it. I'll learn it by next time. I'll put it in AI so it can teach me. So I don't butcher it. Ruth is out there too. I see Ruth out there too. So are any of you out there in the mood to spring clean right now? Are you guys wanting to clear stuff out? Maybe it's personal. Maybe it's just your house is already in order and it's already clean. And, maybe there's a little area that just has a little clutter that you need to clean up. But maybe it's more on the inside. Maybe it's the way you're feeling. Maybe the way, you want to feel. Maybe there's something that you want to experience, right? And so I just thought of something because I wanted to say this today. I saw this really clever thing. It's like we're leaving chaos into creativity, right? The chaos is we're leaving that behind, and now we're the creator. And I've actually seen a bunch of people talking about that too. And I've been talking about that since I started this, doing it on video. I remember in 2020 saying that stuff. You know what I mean? So you are the master creator. So what are you creating next? Are you creating your joy? Are you creating your happiness? Are you still letting others dictate to you what you should or can't do or whatever? You know what I mean? Are you just going to make it, your happiest life yet without any outside interruptions, right? Outside interruptions. Let's block them all off. Block those off, So yeah, awesome. I love you guys. Beep, beep, beep. I'm feeling the energy. Are you guys feeling the energy? Are you guys feeling the energy? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it quite a bit, which is way cool. All right, so what else am I getting for y'all? All right, the energy is only going to pick up from here, my friends. This is like what I'm getting from springtime is go time. Okay, so it's like I posted today. It's like you are ready to, planting the seeds and you are ready to blossom. And it's going to happen very fast this year. Because one of the very interesting topics that came up at meditation last night was I've noticed that since the time change, that the sun has moved a significant amount in its angle of where it should be kind of this time of year. Okay. And it seems like, I don't know how to describe it, but if you pay attention to and I pay attention to everything. I don't know why I do this. I pay attention to all patterns, right? I've been here for 18 years. So I know where the light is going to shine on my lanai by the time of year. Okay. And it shot over quite a bit. And I was like, we skipped like a whole little chunk there. Like, where'd that chunk go of time or something? So anyways, I feel like time is going to move super duper fast for us right now. So it definitely feels like go time because it's fast. You know what I'm saying? It's fast. We're going to have all this fast time going on. So that's cool. I like that. I like that a lot, my friends. I like that a lot. Yay. All right. So what else would I like to share with y'all? The energy is kicking. You guys are probably jamming out. I know it was really nice out today. It might have started a little cool here in Sarasota, but it did warm up to a nice, beautiful day. And it has been spring-like. There was a couple days this week it was a little cold. I could have done without that. I'm over winter. But things are going to start to grow. You're going to start to grow. You're going to start to, so I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, let's just let it ride. Let it ride. Let it ride. So what have you guys been feeling? Have you guys been experiencing any of that? Anything that I've been talking about yet? Have you been experiencing any of that? Feeling any of that? Ready for some new changes? Feeling like the new changes are coming? Yes, no, maybe. Don't be afraid to drop that in the chats, my friends. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. So what else have you guys been doing? I'm interested to know what you've been experiencing. Anyone feeling any of this? It was very cold in Georgia too. I bet it was, since you are north of us. Brr. I can do without it. I can do without that energy, coldness anymore. All right. So Marie says, I'm definitely ready for changes. I feel like a few people around me are kind of bracing themselves or not aware, though. Yeah, they could be experiencing that too. Sometimes our subconscious knows a lot more than our consciousness, right? I'm going to use the example because this came up for me this week. I was watching somebody's podcast while I'm doing something else. I always listen to stuff while I'm doing stuff in the background. And what was that about? They were talking about they were talking about experiences with I guess death is the best way to describe it. But it was like about experiences like when you know the loved one is passed, or when you make that connection, or they let it be known to you, or on a soul level, how things are just kind of like falling together kind of thing. I don't know how to explain it in proper English or words, but excuse me. I feel like there's something going on there, that there's these connections. I feel like I'm bringing this up for the connections, telepathy, or you're thinking about a friend and all of a sudden they're calling you, or they're showing up on your front doorstep, or, I don't know. It could be anything, because there's a lot of things that are just like, showing up in your mind's eye or even your mind, and then it's happening moments later. We talked about this again last night too. So I feel like people are experiencing that as well. You know what I'm saying? And Shirley says the sun doesn't move, the planets and the stars do. True, but we're on an axis and we move, the earth moves, and it has a way that it tracks itself from north to south, because when the time changes and stuff, it shifts way more south, and then it comes to the north, and then it goes back again. So there's so many things that are shifting and changing right now, and our axis is one of them. I watched that on another podcast the other day, where they measured the axis of the let's say the North Pole, the shifting and stuff, and we do kind of like wobble around, you know what I mean, according to their graph. It's really cool, because a lot of this stuff is being generated by AI, the data being put in and the information being shown to us. So there's a lot of cool information that can be shown out there right now. But I still want you to use discernment with whatever you might experiencing out there. You know what I mean? So there's that, my friends. Smooth future. Yes. Good night, Richard. Off to work you go. Woo-hoo. Yes, ready to go for the new year, Pooja says. Well, spring is kind of like a new year, right? It kind of is. It's kind of like a time of renewal, like at least here in America, right? This is our time to have spring. We're out of winter and we're officially into spring now. And spring is a time of renewal, of, we've just come out of winter. We just came out of hibernation. You know what I mean? And now we're just like ready to expand in which way we move forward, right? Linnell, see, she cut her grass today. That's a very spring thing to do. Let me write your name down, girl. So there's that. Yeah, my friends. Awesome. All right. Ruth says, I feel huge changes coming too. Been feeling that for a while. Woo. Yes, and yes. I love that. All right, so this is a great time to have some word from my sponsors, beautiful people. Support local small people, their businesses, their passions. Everyone, it's time for you to step into your passions like these beauties have. If you guys are ready to change up the energy in your houses, in your office, Feng Shui My Space, beautiful Marsha Morse, the Feng Shui lady, is going to be there to assist you to change it up, you guys. Check it out. Choo-choo. Call Marsha today for that appointment. Change up the energy in your house. It's springtime, spring cleaning. Change up the energy. Maybe rearrange the room. Make the chi flow. Thank you, Marsha, for being a sponsor of the Joyful Finding Show. Thank you. And then, you guys, if you guys are ready for some new bath and body care that's great for your body, made with so much love and so much tenderness. I use a lot of the products. You guys might use some of them too if you've used my code in the past. But the beautiful shampoo, I'd really have to say that the shampoo is really one of the best things I've ever used. And I love all the soaps and the body scrubs and the deodorants. You name it, they've got it or they're creating it. Check out lolablueliving.com, my friends. Discover the art of clean living with lolablueliving.com. Handcrafted in Northport, Florida, our natural soaps, soy candles, and shampoo bars bring eco-friendly luxury to your daily routine. From refreshing sugar scrubs to soothing CBD massage creams, every product is made with love and care. Elevate your self-care game and shop now at lolablueliving.com. Feel good, live better naturally. And who doesn't want to live naturally? We all want to live naturally. The more that we learn, the more we want to live naturally. So you guys check it out and get into the fun. Save 15% with the Parks code 3. Parks 3 is that code, you guys. Check it out and pick up your products today. It's amazing. I just got more products while I was there last night. I can't go there and not shop. It's amazing stuff. Amazing products. Thank you, Little Blue, for being amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, you guys. Now we're going to get into messages. So I don't have any donations yet, but there's my Venmo that she's throwing up on the screen right there. So if you do want to donate this evening, you can do that by means of my Venmo or any of the other means that you guys have available to you, if it's available to you. But not, that's fine too. We can just roll with it, okay? So, let's see who goes first this evening. I feel like there's lots of energy flowing through. So I want you all to listen to the messages that are also given to others. If something resonates with you, I want you to roll with it, okay? I want you just to roll with it, okay? So that's what I want you all to do. So let's see what's going on. What's going on? All right, Ruth, you get to go first this evening. Ruth, you're going places. You got stuff to do. You're getting a lot accomplished. There's 3 steps left. I feel like you've gone a really, 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 really long way, but you have 3 steps in front of you. So there's either 3 things that you're putting together or there's 3 things that you need to get together. There's 3 steps. It's a 3-step process is what I'm getting. So there's something that's coming together for that process for you, but just know that these are the last 3 steps before it's accomplished. So that's something you've had on your plate for a while, because I feel like this has been on your plate for quite some time, and now you're ready to in the next 3 steps, and I feel like that those 3 steps could be 3 months in time. So that's what I'm getting for you today, Ruth. So 3 steps and you're done. I think there's a song or something about 3 steps, isn't there? All right, Pooja, I'm gonna do you, and then I'm gonna do your friend. All right, Pooja. What you got going on? All right, you got this new bubble going on. What you been doing? All right, let's see. What are we going on here? All right. And this is funny because what I see going on around you is like you have sewn. It's almost like your bubble is now like a baseball, because I'm seeing the threads that sew the leather pieces together. So I feel like I'm going to say that you're on the mend, right? Because you're being all like protected with all this like stitching. But I feel like in the leather, right? It's leather strong, it's durable, and you've been through a lot. You know, I feel like you've been through a lot, but I feel like you're on the mend, okay? And everything's going to be perfect because I see all the stitching is perfect. Everything's put back together just the way it's supposed to be. So it's like everything that you've been through is being put back together, if that makes sense for you. So there's some kind of something new that's going to come forward in one way or another that expresses itself to you that you completely understand. So that's what I'm getting for you, Pooja. And then your friend's name that I can't pronounce, I'm going to call her Kay. All right, so what do I get for her? Okay. So what I'm getting for your friend Pooja is to stop stressing. I feel like she stresses about everything. And literally, like, there's so much fear attached. I don't know where it came from, but she has to learn to release that. I feel like she's been through a lot too. I feel like there's like all this stuff going on, and it's all like very like the energy is chaotic, and there's no way to find a calm. And it could be just her mind won't rest, you know. But I feel like there's outside influences that she needs to like put up a barrier, a wall, some boundaries for. So that she can like recharge. She needs to recharge. You know, I don't know what that's going to take for her, but I feel like her mindset. Oh man, she also has to speak her truth too. Hold on. She also has something that she has to say. Because as I was saying that, my throat dried up pretty bad. So I feel like there's something she's holding on to. It's blocking her. So she has to speak her truth, whether it's to herself or to others, but it will free her. So I feel like she needs to free herself. So I'm going to leave that with your friend. So thank you, Pooja. All right, let's see who's next. All right. Lenka, you're next. Lenka, oh, you're shining brightly, but you're running out of steam. But you're going to pick up steam again because now that summer or spring is here, there's more energy. I feel like there's more cleanup, maybe even in the boundaries that you're setting with others as well, because this is coming up for you. Like, the negativity has to be cut off. Like, it just has to be cut off. It's like this gate goes down. I don't know who that is around you right at this moment, but they're showing me that gate going down and just dropping it around the people that are in that negative space or whatever. And I feel like there's all these people. I don't know. Do you plan on going to another dance event or something? Because I'm seeing you like in a crowd of people. In a crowd of people. There's lots of people. What are you doing with all these people? It's an event. You're at an event. And I feel like there's a chance meeting. I feel like there's somebody like the rough in the, you know, like the, how do I want to say this? But anyways, they want you to be on the lookout because there's someone that's showing up for you, my friends. There's someone that's showing up for you. Yes. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you, Miss Lenka. So I'm going to leave that with you. SRQ Dog Mom. Yep, we're back on YouTube. Woo-hoo. All right, so I think that's Cheyenne. Cheyenne, is that you, honey dunny? Is that you? All right, so who am I getting? I'm getting Barbara. Barbara. You already know what to do. You're marching to your own beat. You know, you let things kind of like muddy the waters for a minute, and then you just kind of like wash it away. You're on the right trajectory. Just keep going. Everyone else right now is going through all of their own stuff, so they're just wanting you to, yeah, I was right. So they just want you to release whatever comes up. Just go, no, it has no power over me. I don't care if they try to like put a guilt trip on me or whatever, because that's, you know, manipulation, and we're not going to stand for that anymore. Because you are supposed to stand brightly in your light, my friend, in so many different ways. So you're just like, ah, you know, blinding everyone with your light, and sometimes they can't stand that. It kind of drives them a little crazy. So I'm going to leave that with you. You just keep going, girlfriend. Boop, boop, boop. All right, Pooja says, so on point messages for me and her. You picked up on the energy right on for both of us. Thank you, Melissa, for the message. You're welcome. Woo! And I'm glad Cheyenne's here. Glad you're back, girlfriend. All right, so Pooja says she is stressing for everything about her life, not being chill for a moment. Yeah, she needs to stop that. It's stressing me out. Jumping in her energy. I was like, woo! We just got to like chill out a little bit. Got to chill out, because when there's too much stress, it puts stress on your body. Okay. And you guys have to stop stressing your bodies out. You got to stop stressing it out. Stress. You got to find ways to relax, and relax your mind, relax your body. You know, let yourself recharge. We are in spring. It's about recharging right now. We're in the go season right now. All right, Cheyenne, let me put your name down since you've joined us this evening. I think I've got everyone so far. All right. So I have, I think it's Elena. I don't know if I've ever read for you before, but welcome, my friend. All right. So you have a lot of stuff going on around you too. Personally, maybe even, it feels more personal, but I feel like it also has to do with like your career or whatever you might have going on. I feel like things are being, what is the word I'm looking for? But I'm going to say, I don't know what this is. Okay, but things are being moved around or switched or changed, but it feels unsettled. Okay, and it feels very unsettled. And I feel like you have some choices you have to make about moving forward. Like, are you going to stay in the unsettledness, or are you going to charge forward into what it is that you desire, right? Because there's like these little things that are like holding you back. And it's like, I feel like some of them are like little rubber bands. You know what I mean? I feel like you try to move forward and you stretch the rubber band, but then you get tired and then it kind of pulls you back. So there's things that are kind of like holding you back that you are still allowing. But once you get to the point where you're like, I'm done with this, you like break all the chains that have ever held you back so that you can move forward masterfully, you know, in what you're enjoying right now. And also meditation is going to be super important for you. Getting your hands in the dirt is super important for you right now, because you need grounding. So I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you for being here today. All right, let's see who's next, my friends. All right. Pat, is it warming up into Chicago yet? All right, so sometimes you feel like you have mountains to climb. You feel like it's like a straight up battle, okay? They don't want you to think like that anymore, okay? That's done. That's over. You don't have to live that way anymore. So when something feels like it's really, really big and really, really, you know, this is where I always get a cat with you, and I don't remember why I get a cat with you. But I'm feeling like it's independence, and the cat can pretty much do whatever it wants. It'll kind of like, you know, it sees a high shelf and it just jumps, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm kind of getting for you right now. So if you're seeing an opportunity, don't see it as an obstacle, just see it as a jump. Okay. And I feel like you're ready to jump timelines and, you know, get out of some old patterns that you're still stuck in, because you're still stuck in some old patterns. So you have to recognize what those patterns are so you can be released. And springtime is the perfect time for releasing. So release. All right. So now I got Shirley. Thank you for being here. All right, Shirley. Sometimes things feel like they're a little whirlwindy, you know. But I feel like you're getting into a new pace. You're getting into a new routine. You're getting into some new patterns that you're kind of enjoying for yourself. So I feel like there's going to be new growth and new opportunity. And I feel like you are expanding outside of even the boxes maybe you've been in with these new opportunities. But I'm seeing like new people coming into your life, new relationships. Maybe even some old acquaintances that you haven't seen in a while coming back too. just to be like, hey, catch up time, you know. I just see a lot of things opening up in your, I'm going to say your personal life. You know, there's going to be more dinners out, more greetings with people and things like that. So they're like, enjoy this time in your life, Shirley. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. That's what they're saying. So I'm going to leave that with you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Dia. Dia. Woo woo. All right, I'm getting excited for you. So I'm seeing you inside of this capsule, is the best way to describe it. But it's open on the ends, okay? And it's like you are, I want to say that you're being shot out, but I feel like it's people that are trying outside of your individual life where you are right now, but back in the other situation. I feel like they are trying to cap you, you know, with the caps, like you would put like an aspirin, like the Tylenols or whatever, like where they fit the two things. That's what I'm saying, like a capsule. But I also feel like this is a time capsule too. So is there a time capsule on the farm? Is there something that has, again, I was thinking about this today because I really think there's something, out there on that farmland. But there's like, a time capsule. There's something that brings me into that. And I feel like you're the one that uncovers it, because you're the only one that's willing to, adventure out, I guess, in one way, shape, form, or another. So, but there's good things, and your mom's glad you're having a good time right now. So enjoy that. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. So I'm going to leave that with you, Dia. Thank you for being here. How much time I got? I got time, my friends. Richard, do you ever get to work in the garden center? Because I'm seeing flowers. I know I always get this. I almost feel like you should... Hold on. I'm losing my voice again. I feel like there is a job that you could get, like, like down here in Florida, people have people come in and water your plants and, plant your plants for you and all that stuff. Have you ever thought of like opening up your own like plant business up there so that you could like work on your own schedule? Because you could start on the side while you still have your real time job. But for some reason, I'm always seeing you with these plants. You're talking to them, you're talking to the people, you're starting relationships with these people. They trust you coming into their house. This is what I'm seeing for you. So I don't know if they have that kind of opportunity up there. Maybe you can get a side gig. I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. Like you working with plants in one way, shape, form. Even if it's, at a nursery where people come and buy their own plants. Because there's opportunities there. So I don't know if that's something you want to get into, but that's what they're showing for me today, Richard. All right, so we got Maria. Okay, I'm really thinking someone just joined this chat or this show that really has something going on with their beautiful, beautiful throat chakra. Okay, so we're all energy, and energy runs through our body. God created us in magnificent beings that we're still getting the grasp of what we are, right? But that throat chakra, it's like when and how can you open that up so that it does not stay irritated anymore? And there's somebody out there that is either talking badly to themselves, maybe that's feeding the fear or whatever. Maybe they're afraid to say what they need to say for the fear of backlash. I don't know, but whatever it is, we need to clear that because none of us should be feeling any of that. Okay. Woo, woo, woo. Yes. That reading was for you, Ellen. Yes. Elaine. I forget. Ellen. I forgot how I wrote your name. Yes. Ellen Jeezy. That's you. Yes. That was for you earlier. All right, let me catch up on some of these. Pat says, thank you, Melissa. Feels like a mountain. Timeline jump would be great. Abso-freaking-lutely. Yeah, we can't wait for the new changes to come either, Jill. Absolutely. Bruce says, thanks for the amazing message. You're welcome. Barbara, so beautiful. Best message ever. Thank you. You're the best. You're the best. You're the best. You're absolutely welcome. All right, I got a few of you guys left down here. Let's see what else I got for you guys. Did I do Maria yet? I can't remember. Did I not write your name down? I think I'm going to do Maria next since she popped out at me. Let's see what's shaking in your world. And if I did, you're getting two today. All right, so things have been a little, I'm going to call it uneven, for lack of better words. But I feel like there's this change that's happening inside of you. Boy, you have a lot going on internally in your mind, in your soul. You're like soul searching, you're digging. You're wanting to get rid of the heaviness of whatever was in your past. And they're saying, so there's clearing out for that. You know what I mean? So Maria, I'm getting that for you. Clear it out. Clear whatever's out there, because once you get over whatever this is, it's like you just float so easily. So what feels like it's like might be like a little uneven and unsturdy right now, it all falls together the way that it needs to, but you have to trust yourself. Okay, you have to trust yourself. Chloe says, oh, did that throat chakra message pertain to me? It could pertain to anybody that was out there. If you feel like it resonates with you, take it. Take it, take it, take it. Yes, I can absolutely do you and Roy together. Absolutely. We are running out of time just a little bit, and I still got a few people left. So I just did Maria. I'll do Jill and Roy now. Jill and Roy. Jill and Roy. What do we got going on in your world? All right. Woo. All right. This is funny because I think I had this for you guys, or maybe even Roy last week, but I'm getting like walkways. Like, are you creating like new walkways? I think I talked about this. I honestly feel like I talked about this last week. But walkways in the new yard, whether it's out the back door, out the front door, it doesn't matter. I'm just feeling like you're creating new walkways. I feel like, and you know what it reminds me of? Kind of like the yellow brick road. So I feel like they're bricks. I don't know if you want to paint them yellow or whatever, but the yellow brick road. So I'm seeing like some kind of brick, pattern going on for you. But they're also saying that sitting outside and just being with the trees, getting to know your property, walking your property, knowing it. They're wanting you really to know it. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but they really want you to get to know it, like really ground into it, like, walk from pin to pin. You know what I mean? Look at all the different trees. You know what I mean? Look for the different plants that are going to be showing, because I feel like there's somewhere in a little wooded area that doesn't get a lot of attention. Like there's a very like intricate little plant that needs to be at least seen or adorned. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. So enjoy that backyard as soon as the cold goes away. All right, let's see who's next. Susie. Susie. All right. All right, you got a lot. I feel like you're going to be very, 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 very talkative this year. I feel like you are going, like when you go back home, like you're going to start talking to people more about your spiritual understanding of things. Maybe you're going to open them up. Maybe you're going to start giving messages along with the other things that you're doing. There's many things that I see that you're going to be opening up about. I feel like you're going to be releasing some trauma that maybe you've held on to too. I feel like this is going to be like the year of release and celebration. So something new and exciting is going to happen for you this summer, Susie. I do not know what that is yet, but just know there's a surprise coming for you before you come back to Florida in the fall. We're going to miss you, Susie. I'll miss you, but I know you'll be here Friday night, so we'll have that. Jill says we're doing all of that. Thanks, Melissa. Great messages. You're welcome. Fantastic. Fantastic. Hi, Melissa. Is there any time for a quick message from me? All right. Yes. Laoria. Yes. I have 3 people in front of you, and then I'll give you a message. I got 3 minutes left. We got this. All right. So Linnell, what am I getting for you? Linnell, what I'm getting for you is, I don't know. I feel like there's something you want to adventure into, invest in, research in. I feel like there's a new creative spark that's coming for you that you're ready to ignite inside yourself, and release it all. Linnell, new things on the way. All right. And dear Cheyenne, I haven't seen you in quite a while. I still follow you on Facebook, so I do see some stuff. All right. So you've been on the roller coaster, up, down, and all around and all over the place. And okay, so I'm getting that you need to come back to center. Sometimes you feel like you're there, but you're not sure where center lies right now. Okay. And what I'm getting from that is when you come back to center, you can kind of release things that were kind of like hanging on to your body. And I'm getting my throat chakra, so there must be something you want to say or do something. I don't know what's up with that, but and I know you're very good at voicing what you have on your mind, so maybe it's towards yourself. But I feel like there's something inside of you that's changing and shifting for yourself, for you to, it's almost like you're cracking an eggshell. So that also reminds me of spring. So cracking yourself open and seeing what's really inside. And I'm getting that you need to use different verbiage about the things that you have going on, say maybe personally or whatever. You have to say it doesn't have power over you. And there are ways that you can take control back, because I feel like you kind of feel like you've lost control, but sometimes you feel like you're in control. I don't know if this makes sense. But anyways, I feel like once you center yourself, and I feel like there's going to be this energetic healing, energetic, God works in mysterious ways, and I feel like he's guiding you down a path that will expose more to you to help others. So I'm getting that for you, Cheyenne. I know that probably feels like a lot, but that's what I was getting, and it has been a little while. All right, so Laura, that's what I'm going to call you. All right. I'm glad you could be here. Thank you for being here. All right, so what I get for you is things have been I feel like a lot of you are kind of going through some of the same things, but a little bit wavy lately. Maybe your energy felt off. Maybe you felt like, a little different, a little whatever. Just know that every step that you're taking is in your best interest. And once you get to where you feel comfortable, sometimes it's like big steps. You got to take big steps or baby steps, however you want to move forward. But it's really time for you to move forward. There's someone that's kind of like holding you back. I feel like they're holding onto your arm and they're not letting you go. But I feel like it's time for you to let go of whoever's there and kind of like pull all your energy back to self for a minute, so that all your energy is not going out in all these different places. You know what I mean? Just pull it back to center for myself. You know what I mean? Just pull it back to center. And things will be a little bit more clear for you. So that's what I'm getting for you, my friend. Carolyn, I missed you. But all I can say is I hope you had fun at that rodeo. It looked fun. And I know it's springtime, so the little fairies will be talking to you in your yard. Okay? And Cheyenne, I love you too. Lori says, "Oh my God, yes, I know what you mean. I was wondering who this person was." Yes, I knew you knew exactly what I mean. And there is a spiritual message to Miracle tomorrow night. I forgot to write that down. So if you guys want to join us tomorrow night on, I guess we could probably be on all these channels tomorrow night. For the spiritual message circle, you can join up for $25 to get messages from all the Goldylocks production hosts that show up there tomorrow night. It's a lot of fun. It's really cool how all the energy kind of flows together, and it just makes so much sense for all of you to help give you clarity so that you can move forward, forward, forward. And yeah, I just wanted to say one more thing, and it was a great show. But you guys, if you guys want to go to my spread shop and buy some of the merch, you know what I mean? Wear my name around town. Maybe I can get some more business. That would be awesome. And this shirt, I have to say, you guys, is very, very soft. Okay, I'm digging this shirt. I could have bought it a little smaller, but I don't mind it being a little big. It's Florida. We can't have things too tight all the time. It gets too hot. So I want you guys to have the most amazing, amazing week. Be the best you that you are. We are changing every single day. As the old structures fall, we are the creators of what comes next. And what is that? Our happiness. We want to be happy. We want to be joyful. We want to be abundant. And I want you guys to have the best week. I love you. See you next Friday.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.